It's Monterey Car Week and there are all kinds of cars here, from classics to concepts and exotics and everything in between. Here are my top 10. At number 10 is the Lucid Air. Now, Lucid is making quite the statement here at Monterey Car Week by displaying its prototype vehicle out in the open to potential buyers. This all-electric luxury car is going after the established brands like Mercedes and Audi. And it helps that they've had one prototype hit a top speed of 235 miles per hour. The company is currently taking pre-orders on the car and is pretty happy with how people are responding to the vehicle. Hopefully, they can stay that positive while waiting until 2019 for the production car. Number 9 is the Code 00. Ken Okuyama is the mind behind the design of the epic Ferrari Enzo, and he's been showing off some pretty interesting vehicles at the Pebble Beach car shows. This year, he brought the Code 00, a car that looks distinctly like a Lamborghini. Its bold wedge shape also hides a Lamborghini V12 mounted in the middle of the vehicle, and I absolutely love the green accents found on this vehicle. This one-off is being described as the opposite of modern sports car design, and we can't disagree with that as it reminds us of all the old supercars from the 80s and 70s. Number 8 is the Rimac Concept 1. Unlike the Lucid Air, we actually spotted one of these Rimac Concept 1s on the road, and it really blew our mind how striking it is in motion. What's crazier is that this $1 million electric hypercar is limited to just 8 units. It makes over 1,000 horsepower thanks to 4 electric motors and will hit highway speeds in under 3 seconds. And while that sounds like a lot of fun, the car is becoming a bit of a sensation since Richard Hammond from the Grand Tour has recently had one in a pretty serious crash. Number 7 is the Jaguar XE SV Project 8. Now tell me, what's not to love about this limited run Jaguar XE, which makes almost 600 horsepower from its supercharged V8? Only 300 of these super sedans will be sold, and they look amazing and ready to hit the track thanks to the aerodynamic bodywork it's packing. It also rocks that lovely all-wheel drive to keep things moving, and there's an adaptive suspension setup and carbon ceramic brakes that should help the car handle too. It all sounds a bit too good to be true, and sadly it's probably a bit late for you to make a move on one of these $190,000 sedans. With such limited numbers, it's likely they've all been snatched up. Number 6 is the Pagani Huayra Roadster. No list at Pebble Beach would be complete without a mention from the folks at Pagani. This week marked the North American debut of the Huayra convertible, and what do you know, the $2.4 million car still looks as good as it does when we first saw it back in March for the Geneva Motor Show. Weighing in less than the coupe, this hypercar is fast too, using its 7-liter AMG V12 to hit highway speeds in less than 3 seconds. Number 5 is the Acura ARX 05. Acura's going to the Endurance Racing Championship, and to do that it needs a whole new prototype racer. That's what the ARX 05 is all about, which will be run by Team Penske and feature Dane Cameron and Juan Pablo Montoya at the wheel. Powering this vehicle is a turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 that's not far from what you'd find in various other Acura vehicles. Expect this mean-looking race car to make its competition debut at the Rolex 24 in Daytona. Number 4 is the BMW Z4. Maybe the California sun is getting to us, but we just had to include more convertibles in this list, and fortunately, the BMW Z4 concept fits the bill. This car really helps us imagine how nice it would be to have a BMW Z4 in our garages in the near future, but we wish there were a few more details, like how much it'll cost and what will be powering it. Well, there's likely more information to be coming from BMW in the coming months, and we might see something very similar from Toyota, who will be using this platform for a new Supra. Number 3 is the Mercedes-Maybach. What's that? Another convertible? Okay. This is the Vision Mercedes-Maybach 6 convertible, a high-power, ultra-luxurious electric drop-top. Making 750 horsepower, this car features a range of 200 miles, which isn't shabby at all. In case you forgot what the 6 in this car's name means, it represents how long this car is in meters. That's 20 feet long in case you forgot your metric conversions, which is to say this car is simply huge. Helping it stand out is the gorgeous blue paint finish and those eye-catching wheels, but the interior has to also be some of the most lavish I've ever seen on a car, concept or otherwise. What can I say? This is the whole package in a concept car. Number 2 is the BMW 8 Series. Simply put, the BMW Concept 8 Series is stunning. How good looking is it? Well, us at the office have all pretty much agreed that the new Lexus LC is one of the prettier luxury coupes out there, but this BMW is helping some of us change our minds. Big, bold, and beautiful, this concept paints a pretty future for the German automaker's upcoming flagship coupe. And number 1 is the Infiniti Prototype 9. We have to give Infiniti the top billing for this year's Monterey Car Week festivities. The Japanese brand simply stole the show with this pre-war race car-inspired concept car. There's a lot of interesting design decisions found in the car, but maybe the most interesting is that somehow the company has stashed an electric powertrain in that relatively small body. And the entire thing weighs less than 2,000 pounds, which hopefully showcases Infiniti's future priority on putting their cars on a diet. I love wild pie in the sky ideas, and Infiniti really knocked it out of the park with this Prototype 9. If it isn't clear, there's a car for almost everybody here. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of the Monterey Car Week.